What's up, you guys? I want to talk about negative people. And I'll be honest with you, when I hear the word negative, I just completely shut down. You know what I mean? When I say shut down, that means that there's no progression for me towards negative. You know what I mean? I cut the negative out of my life. There's so much things in life that just brings negative. You know what I mean? So as my job as a personal trainer, and this is why I love doing what I do, I create my inner circle. And if you're negative, you're not in my inner circle. Because what you're doing is just breaching my wall of positivity. And a lot of people may see that as, yo, that sounds stupid. Like, what is this guy talking about? But honestly, if you're thinking that way, then you're one of those people I don't want in my inner circle. Now, negative people, I don't see a purpose for them. Period. At least not in my life. I have friends that are negative, and I'll be real with you. I could cut somebody off just like that. Some people I don't cut off. Some people I'll be real with you. Some people I do still have in my life that is negative, but I keep them at a distance. You know what I mean? So I say hi here and there. I've tried my hardest to help people with that are negative, and I try to enlighten them and try to show them how being positive has helped me. But honestly, you can't help everybody. Negative people, they choose to be negative. So it's not always going to work for a positive person to try to make that negative person see through their eyes and become positive just like them. In a perfect world, yes, that would work. But this is not a perfect world. You know what I mean? There's negative people all around. So there's nothing you can do about that. Sometimes it takes something drastic for a negative person to actually, I guess you could say, see the light. And once they see the light, then after that, they realize, it could be worse. So then their whole mindset changes and they become positive. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys a little story. For me, I've never been negative like that. But at the same time, I've never been as positive as I am now. Now, so the thing that actually got me to become as positive as I am now is because I went through my deployment. I've been in the military since 2006. I went through my deployment, and doesn't matter if you go overseas and it's in a combat zone, or if it's in if you're in garrison, wherever you are, a non-combat zone, it doesn't matter. The fact that you're separated from family, you know what I mean? The fact that you're separated from loved ones, the fact that you're isolated, and and it's nothing against anyone, my brothers and sisters, this and that, overseas, anything like that. But the fact that you're stuck with a person in condensed in a room, and you have to get to know that person, like whether you like that person or not, you're stuck with that person. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, and you're stuck with that person, and you're no longer with your family. You no longer have your family and friends around. You're in a whole new environment. So, me being there, it opened my eyes. And it was just like, I mean, I would try to look for the positive. So when you're overseas, the way people do it is they have their calendars, and everybody wants to go home. Or I would say most people want to go home, depending on how home is for them. Depending on if it's bad or whatever's going on. But most people want to go home, so they got a calendar, and in the calendar, they're counting down the days. You know what I mean? And that's a way of being positive, because I'd be like, yo, 1 day down, X amount of days to go. Next thing you know, 1 month down, X amount of months to go. So it started with the little things. And it helped me see that I need to start small and build and build and build, because negative is going to do me no good. Negative has stressed me out. Negative has set me basically to fail. But at the same time, to fail is not necessarily a bad thing. You know what I mean? Because I learned that negative is not going to work. Negative is not something I want to be. Negative has only stressed me out. So, like I said, the little things, positive, positive, positive. Next thing you know, ultimately I'm positive. You know what I mean? So, and that's what happened when I was overseas. And then after that, when I came home, I kept that mindset. But then when I came home, everything fell apart. So when everything fell apart, there goes that negative. That's life trying to test you. So, and life was really testing me. So it hit me hard when I came home, and I spiraled down. And just like most people that or I won't say most, some people that are overseas, they come home and things just don't go right, because everything's changed. Time doesn't stop for a soldier that's overseas. You know what I mean? As much as some people may think they come back home and everything's great, it doesn't happen that way, because time doesn't stop. Some families move on, some loved ones move on, and things don't, it's not the way it used to be. You know what I mean? So deployments are hard, and they bring obstacles. It brings negative people, it brings negative obstacles, it brings a lot of negative just come at you, and it tests you. You know what I mean? It tests you. It really, truly tests you. And like I said, it hit me hard, and I guess you could say I was depressed for a while. And then after that, finally, it sounds weird, but it hit me like, you would swear it's like something said, like, that's it. No more negative. It's time to look at the positive. And the positive is, yo, I'm home. I'm not overseas anymore. I can start over. Not everybody gets that chance to start over. And yes, I do have this situation, but the situation could be worse. Everything can always be worse. That is key. Something bad happens, you tell yourself it could be worse, because it could be worse. You could not be breathing. Some people be like, oh, well, that probably would be best if I wasn't breathing, this and that, da da da. Come on. Let's be real. Let's be real, because if that was the case, you wouldn't be breathing. You know what I mean? So you gotta stop. Stop with the pity party. When I got on my depression, it was no pity party for me. I dealt with that by myself. But like I said, you can seek help, and I have nothing against that or anything like that. But sometimes some people, they don't. Me, I left it how it was. But something just hit me, and it was something positive. It's like I saw the light. So, and I was grateful, because at that point, it's like my life changed. And when my life changed, everything was different. I felt so good. You know what I mean? I came home, and like I said, when I was through the challenges of being overseas, I learned that I love fitness. So even though when I came home and depression hit and everything went crazy, I remembered what it was like when I was overseas, when I was so positive. When I learned about being positive. And you know what? It hit me. I was like, yo, fitness helped me when I was overseas. It helped me stay positive. You know what I mean? Through those little things that I've learned, those little positive things, it grew, and it helped me discover fitness. And at the same time, I came home and I brought that with me. And when I brought that with me, it's just, it allowed me to go get my certification to become a personal trainer. It allowed me to do many other things. I went for a competition, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to see what that was like. And it changed my life. And I wanted to change other people's life. You know, I wanted the people that are negative to see the light so they could become positive. Now, I know not everybody can be that way. And I tried, I tried with negative people. Tried. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to let them drag me down with them. So, trying consists of failure. So, if I'm going to end up failing with them or whatever, I'm going to fail one time. Because I'm strong enough, I'm positive enough to come back up. I'm not staying down there. I'm not staying down there at your negative level. You understand? I'm coming up. I'm coming up to that positive level. I'm going to try to help you. I'm going to try to bring you up with me. But if you're negative and you just keep trying to pull me down, I'm just going to let go. And I'm going to swim back up. Negative people, man. I'm telling you, stay away from them. Negative people, like I said, I always think, why? It's why? Even there's so many reasons to ask why. Why are they even negative? Why do they stay negative? What is the purpose of that? You only live once. From what I know, from what I believe, you only live once. Why be negative? Why? I don't get it. Do you want to be sad all the time? Do you want to be depressed? And if that's the case, why do you want to be that way? Why do you want sympathy from everybody? You know, I mean, I don't truly understand it all. That's why I ask why. But you know what? At the same time, I don't care. Because I'm a positive dude. And when negative comes my way, yo, I just duck and dodge it. If I have to, I knock it down. Because positive was always going to prevail, man. I'm telling you. Stay positive. Keep doing you and grow. See you guys next week.